about how do you find a science-related article. And the first source I want to tell you about is Newsela. And what you do is you get the link from Canvas and you can go right from here on the side. And when you do that, when you log in that way, you get your reading level automatic. And so you're going to get your automatic reading level. So what I would like to do is I saw this article. It came up with scientist deliberately subjects himself to the world's most painful stingers. And when I went here, this is what I was talking about with the reading levels. You can have it on the max reading level, or you could lower it down. And right, the main idea, it tells you the main ideas. That's great. It gives you the key terms. That's great for your vocabulary before reading. Okay. And discussion questions. So it's interesting. You can kind of preview, look at the pictures, look at the subheadings and all those things and see if you're interested in this. Look at the length of the article. I'm like, oh, this is a little bit long, a longer side. So that's one thing. And once you're there, you can also, some of the articles also have it in Spanish, so you can do that in Newsela. So I really like Newsela. You can, another thing you could do is you can get it read to you. And by doing that, you can get it read to you. You can write power words, you can annotate it, all these cool things that you can do to listen to it, right? You can, I don't know, you can change the text size, you can make it really big so your eyes don't strain, all these cool things. So Newsela is great for that. One thing Newsela is not the best for is being the most up to date. So sometimes when you're choosing an article, you may want to, go to Seattle Times or the National Public Radio or National Geographic or Science News for Kids. So let's go to Science News for Kids. So let me type that in. Science News for Students or for Kids. There's this. Current events science, there's time for kids, science news explorers. When it's ORG, that usually means it's free. So you can see these things, okay? And with tech, farms can double up to produce both food and power. All these cool things, experiments, that looks cool. Super cool. White wing spots may help, like all these cool things that you can do. Okay, so there's also another one of like science news for students, science news for students. So if I type in science news for students, I can get here and you can see gene editing. This is cool. So this is all about science news, and then you can click on the for students. And you can find things like I showed you before. That's another way to bring you there. So let's go now back to this. And so we have science news for kids or science news for students. Let me type that in. Science news for kids or students. And science news for students. Then you also have all these other news outlets, BBC, CNN, CBS, NBC. But the last thing I want to show you is just a basic Google news search. So say you are interested in, I don't know, flamingos. So let's go to flamingos, and I'm going to type in flamingos, and I'm going to type in flamingos here so you guys can see flamingos. And I might type in science. And I got this, but I don't want to just know about flamingos. I want to have a news, an event, something that actually happened. So I'm going to go to news. Why are they pink? All right. That's interesting. They act like clicky high schoolers. Okay. A preserved egg is found in Mexico during airport construction. So this click thing, I've seen that a couple of times. Flamingo sightings are pouring in from states where they usually aren't. That's a month ago. So I could do any of these articles and I could peruse them. So let me click here. Wow, the heck. A flamingo seen in Kentucky. All right, so that's a good caption. I'm going to peruse it. I'm going to see. I know I've seen flamingos. All right, that looks pretty interesting. I could do something like that, where I'm looking at an article, or maybe I didn't want that one, so let me go back. I wanted something with an NPR where I could listen to it. So I could listen to it. It's 27 seconds. I can get what's going on, and right there. It might be hard to find a picture, but I could do that later. So you can do things like just typing in, in the news and typing in flamingo science. Or maybe you heard something that you want, maybe you heard about the earthquake. So you could be like earthquake, Linwood, Washington. And here we have the Linwood Times. So you could get something from the Linwood Times and you could check it out. Wow, that's pretty cool. You could do that. And so sometimes just a Google news search is enough to get you going and to find something. And then you fill out your summary tool using that. Okay, hope this helped you. If you have any questions, ask your teacher. Take care. Bye.